Hey guys, Brent Laser here, and today what I'm going to be talking about is kind of having a good etiquette during a duel. Now that's either a real duel or even on a dueling network, or wherever you play, and whoever you play against, trying to be civil, tactful, and basically just not a jerk, or, kind of like, if you know you're playing against a very inexperienced player, you can hold back the punches. You can kind of, when doing too much is doing too much, and when you can go all out and give your best shot and all that. And there's a difference between playing a top tier skilled duelist versus playing 9-year-old Billy at the swap meet, or 9-year-old Billy at the playground, or whatever. Just like, I can't really stand it when people play kids with, like, let's just say Bubble Beat, and the kid is clearly playing like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck or whatever, and the Bubble Beat's obviously gonna win. The Bubble Beat player probably doesn't even have to try very hard, and yeah, this game is kind of like luck sacky sometimes, and sometimes maybe the Yu-Gi-Oh player might have the staples he needed in it by accident. He might have just gotten a deck that had Dark Hole and Monster Born in it, which was like pretty convenient. He's probably playing banned cards, but you don't care because your deck is so powerful. But like, I think it's just really douchey to sit there and go, I'm gonna use my deck's full potential, and there's nothing this kid can do, and then he's gonna like look at me like I'm really awesome. I think that really like I said before, demoralizes people, makes people not want to play this game. I know when I play, I mean, I'm way different than most people, so like when I play a game and somebody just destroyed me with something super powerful, it gives me like confidence, and I'll go, you know what? I don't have what you have, but I'm still pretty skilled, so I can muster up the strength and all that stuff to beat you anyway. And sometimes it works, and sometimes you gotta face facts and you gotta level up, you gotta get a better deck, whatever, to beat somebody. And I just think that, like, when you play somebody who isn't at the same skill level, or when you play somebody who isn't aptly equipped to duel you on the same level, then it's probably in your best interest just to hold your punches and not really mega destroy them. Even let them get in a couple of love taps or whatever. Just oh, you got me. That was a tough duel. Nice to duel you, because at least it makes somebody feel good or whatever. And speaking of rankings and stuff, I really think the Duel Network needs like a ranking system. I know it's free. I know it's like a labor of love. I don't think anybody's getting paid for it. Otherwise, how would it stay up for so long without Konami just coming with a ban hammer on that site? But I think that like in Street Fighter 4, when you rage quit, it shows how a percentage of you rage quitting. When you disconnect, it shows that. When you lose or win, you go up a rank and down a rank. And I mean, like, Duel Network has rankings, so I don't know why they can't implement a ranking system. It's just like, so I don't have to play this guy down here with scrubby deck, or this guy way up here with top tier deck. I mean, you can run into anybody with a top tier deck or a tier 2 or whatever. But I mean, like, at least at that level, when you're on the same level with somebody, there's probably going to be an understanding that this is how the game works. Another thing that I want to talk about, I mean, in the particular, is if you have 2 cards in your hand, don't sit there and slow roll somebody. Or, okay, let me put it this way. If you're in a position where you're going to lose, don't sit there and go, I might be able to come out of this. Because if you have Invader of Chaos and, I don't know, Marshmallow Glasses or whatever, you're probably gonna lose because you don't have any board presence. you don't have any field presence, you know, if, but also, contrary to that, if you have a Rhoda in your hand, and a G-Spark, and a Gores, you know, the obvious play is, go grab Stratos, go grab Alias, end your turn. You know, like, don't sit there and go, should I bluff this G-Spark? Should I just not and keep Gores in my hand? Should I play Stratos? Like, the obvious play is, play the Rhoda at least. And then you can decide whether or not you want to play the Stratos and the Gores. Or the Gores, you know. But I mean, like, don't sit there and go, or like, even if you have one card in your hand, if you have one card in your hand, that's even worse. Like, don't sit there and go, I have this Rhoda, but I'm not sure if I should play it. So anyway, basically to sum it all up, don't slow roll your opponent, no matter what you have. If you have God hand, play the God hand. If you don't have nothing, either concede or at least try to bluff, but like don't sit there and go, with 2 cards or whatever. The only time I find that acceptable is if you have a full hand of cards ranging from 4 to 7. Like if you have 3 cards, you only have 3 cards. And if I sent back a card from your side of the field back to your hand, I know that you have -1 choice. Because basically, I already know what one of those cards is. So like, don't try to Hollywood it up, like poker style. Don't sit there and go, I'm gonna put my glasses on and give you the straight face, and try not to give away that I don't have anything. I'm gonna slow roll you and let you overextend until, I mean, having somebody over. I have this deck that's built on my opponent overextending, but I mean, I don't sit there and go, and then like wait for you to like get mad at me because I haven't played the 2 cards in my hand or whatever. Your turn is to make your play. Your opponent's turn is to calculate your play, not sit there and stare at your opponent's beautiful blue eyes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what people do sometimes on their turn. They're like sitting there, and then they come to their turn, and I'm thinking, you have 2 cards in your hand. What are you thinking about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it sometimes. But anyway, so don't slow roll your opponent, whether you have a godly hand or a really bad hand. Don't be a jerk when you're playing against, when a clearly lower level opponent than you. Because at some point you were like that. We all started off being, really bad. I mean, like, I don't think any of us had just like this meta tutor that was just like really into the game. I mean, maybe somebody did, but I mean, like, we all basically started off buying random packs, 1 starter deck, a tin, whatever. We didn't go out there and go, oh, I'm gonna get 3 of this because I need 3 of this card because I know that's good. Like, nobody ever does that. You do that now because you know, but I mean, everybody starts off the same. So anyways, just as, I guess, a friendly word to my fellow duelists, don't be that player that, just decimates the opposition on unequal terms. Don't be the player that slow rolls your opponent high or low, and then just like, you try to be cordial and, and like, if you lose, handshake. If you win, handshake. Don't rub it in somebody's face. There is such a thing as a sore winner, and just don't be like that. Just don't be like that. This is a game. It's fun, and I really enjoyed this game. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep coming back to it. I mean, like, obviously, I like it. You don't come back to something that you don't like. That's stupid. So let's just try to keep this game fun for everybody, I guess. And that's about it. So if you like the video, hit the like button. You can subscribe here. Check me out on Facebook. And thanks for watching.